All right, I think we are back. I think we're back. Let's see if we can get this going again. On check 1, 2. Does everybody hear me? Let's see. Well, that was a bit of a snafu. That was a bit of a snafu, man. I tell you what, I'm so excited with everything going on, dude. Are we live? Are we good? Everybody hear me? Are we back? Are we back? Can you guys hear me? Can you hear? Everything back? Live? Okay, one last little thing. Let me set up because we don't want to miss that. Boom. Boom. We're going to set up this goal. 10 super chats. 1 hour. And Velvet Hammer. Velvet Hammer. Take over. Take over. Woo! All right, we're back. We're back, man. We're back in black. We're back ready to party. Forget about it. So, man, it's been an epic, dude. Epic time, dude. We're celebrating, Rhonda, glad you made it. We're celebrating 30K. Doors, what's happening? Laying down the hammer. Yes, the hammer will make an appearance. I had to reset everything. The hammer will make an appearance. Yes, Gregory, someday this war is gonna end. Windy City, thank you. Yeah, man, here's the thing, dude. It's been roughly 1,000 subscribers a month. So, dude, I mean, at that rate, it's going to be a while to get to 50K. But here's the thing, man. I keep waiting for this snowball, right? I keep waiting for this snowball to start rolling faster down the hill. Thank you, King of Chaos. Thank you. Very much appreciated. Yes, the Wooten brothers are touring. As of right now, they're not going to be near me. Yeah, Chris Alexander, they're not going to be in Florida either. You know, a lot of tours skip Florida. Florida is a sort of a tough thing to navigate. You've almost got to commit to a Florida tour. So hopefully, yeah, the Wooten brothers go on tour and maybe they come down here and I'm able to go to a show. And that would be amazing. Thank you, Ott Borgen. Thank you. 30K subs, bro. 30K. Look, that's nothing. That's nothing to a young person. 30K is nothing. But here's the deal. For us old guys, Dan Runoff, thank you. Treats for Ace. Ace is enjoying the quiet, and I love my girls, but the house is a lot quieter except for me in this room making noise right now. But other than that, man, I'm just elated. I'm thankful for everything that's happening with this channel and all the good news and good vibes that you guys bring. And Ace is literally, he's just laying in his bed in the other room. He's not having to scratch at the door or fight for attention. He just knows it's chill time, right? So that, my friends, is what is going on. I went to the Gator Creek Reserve today. I took little Ace with me. I filmed a walk and talk. I've got tons of videos I'm working on at the moment. I got to work on Velvet Hammer episode 3 of the animated series. And I gave a sneak peek for all members Look, I know the Velvet Hammer Club membership is not, it's not cheap. I know that. But man, now, because here's the thing, I've been wanting to provide extra value for that level of supporters of this whole channel, because that's what it is. Ultimately, it's more than a Netflix subscription or all that. But look, man, I'm a one man operation, trying to create value for everybody that watches this channel, and I kind of stumbled on a great idea of this animated series, the Velvet Hammer animated series, and it's like Fat Albert meets Parliament Funkadelic meets Casey and the Sunshine Band. It's like all the stories, all the like morals and stories and stuff that I've done on this, learned, in the music business. All of that stuff now is makes great storylines for these animated episodes. The best cartoons when we were kids is like you'd learn something. Thank you so much, Red Moon. Thank you. Congrats again. Your channel's cool. Rock on. Rock on to you, Ricky Lane. Glad you're here tonight. We've got P Funk says, when is the Chinese food and pizza being delivered? Man, you know what? I even contemplated getting an Uber and going down to a club down the street. I even contemplated that, but I don't drink. But it's just like the hassle of like driving. There's something about getting into a rando car and going off somewhere. Even though I'd probably go and have a Red Bull or a sparkling water or something like that. Windy City says you should do a live stream with Robert Baker or Music is Win. That would be cool, man. I guess I gotta just wait till those guys reach out. I haven't hit that point in time yet. It hasn't happened yet. It has not happened. So it's just one of those things. That, yeah, if Fat Albert ever met Parliament Funkadelic, that would be epic. That's my idea, but behind this, it's a graphic series that I've been doing, and like I said, okay, here's Bucky Crittenden is saying, how do you feel about Kiss' last concert? I think Paul and Gene could have said something, and I felt Ace could have been there. Some fans were upset they just played and walked off stage. Yeah, Bucky, I agree with that. I maybe here's the thing, man. Maybe Kiss, because they've been touring this farewell tour for what was it? Farewell for 20 years, and I think maybe they just got to the end of the road, and man, after you've toured that much and done that much, they were just tired and wanted to go home. They're pretty old dudes. It's like Erickson just said. Chris Richardson says, Brad, do you like Mother's Finest? Yes, I do like Mother's Finest. But, getting back to the Kiss thing, man. Look, there was just too much between the group and Ace. And, look, Kiss could have had Ace come out and they should have had a finale and had like a bunch of people come out. And even what about, is it Bruce Kulick? Why didn't he come out and do something? It's just, it is what it is. Thank you, Godspeed. Thank you, Synthetic Sentiment. Woo! Man, I'm so thankful to have everybody here. This is amazing, man. It's been amazing, and 30,000 woos rolling down the track. Every one of them adds momentum to this crazy train. Yes, Slow Fi. That's what it is. Here's the thing, man. I'm ready for this to get easier, but it never does. It never does. And I'm waiting for the when it's the gravy train. Gregory's got the memberships going. Let's see who we get. Bob Nagy got a free membership. Guitar Bean got a free membership. King of Chaos got a free membership. Sean got a free membership. Thumper Squid got a free membership. Native J got a free membership. Micah Shrednick got a free membership. This is all the Reese. Riz got a membership. DEXED got a membership. The Charles Atos got a free membership. Woo! I keep. Rhonda is like, oh, how come Rhonda never gets a free membership? It's like, it's weird how it just randomly, like, people get memberships. It's wild, but here's a big salute to Gregory. Thank you for doing that. And for all the people that have memberships, there's like 93 videos now. So that's the deal, man. Gregory is a great supporter of this channel, and we want to congratulate the new members. We're glad to have everybody. Did Rhonda get one? I didn't see that she did. I wish Rhonda would get one, because she's been here so many times. And P-Funk is still one of those people. He is the Oprah of Backstage. He is. It's weird how all these times Rhonda has been here and she has not gotten a membership. It's pretty crazy. Erickson says you have almost 1,500 videos. Is that where we're at right now? And then probably how close are we? How close are we to 1,500 would be my question. I've lost count of, I don't even think about how many videos I've done. I just have to keep making them. I just have to keep coming up with things to talk about. I have to, and that's why the Velvet Hammer thing this week, normally I would have been shooting, 4 or 5, talking videos and playing videos and stuff like that. So I spent like 4 days this week working on that Velvet Hammer animated series, and I'm tempted. Here's what I think probably this week I'll probably have to go back to working on content for everybody else, right? Chris is saying you could have went to the bar that has the guitars. Yeah, here's the thing, man. What would I even do in a place like that? It's almost like, I look, me and P-Funk did our time in the bars. I did, dude. I worked in bars so long, man. It finally got to a point where I'm just like, okay, nothing good's gonna come from me hanging out in here and shooting the what with people. And I just, you keep the train in the station, my friends. There you go, Paul Lind, P-Funk. Doors says bars are rough. Yeah, man, I just don't know if I don't know if I could do that. I just don't know. And here's the deal. Warren Strong, thank you so much. Making videos and trying to have charisma. I appreciate that, my friend. So I was thinking tomorrow morning, should I go live at 8 a.m. since I'll be here by myself? Or should I put out a video? So here's the first vote of the night. We've never done a live coffee with Bad Brad Sunday morning. Why not? Yeah, we'll do a live. When you record in the studio, are producers hard to work with or friendly? Bucky Crittenden with the amazing questions. Okay, Bucky, I'm gonna read this again slow. When you record in the studio, are producers hard to work with or friendly? Okay, I would ask this question in return. When you deal with people, are they hard to work with or friendly? Because it's exactly that. It's exactly that. And so look, sometimes I could be a pain in the ass in the studio. So look, here's the thing, man. Probably most of the time that I've ever done any studio stuff, everybody was cool. But there you hear crazy stories about stuff, and I mean, look, when I was out in L.A. living in the Shock House, and we had our rehearsal studio in Van Nuys, and then there was a guy that bought our rehearsal studio from our manager and opened this big massive studio in there, and then he started bringing us in to record in that studio, and we'd be in there. You'd always get, when you're young and you're a rock band, they always give you the midnight to 4 a.m. shift because nobody else wants to be in there. Guitars and coffee as it will be. Tomorrow we will be live 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I might just go vertical. Vertical, man. I might go vertical, bro. Because it seems like that is the thing, man. Jams and Jelly Roll Morton. So, National Lampoon's Xmas Vacation Jelly of the Month Club took me a moment. That's it. That's it. So that is the deal. Yeah, here's the deal. Who would portrait mode? So Erickson likes portrait mode. So I think tomorrow I'll do that because I have noticed that the numbers can go like crazy high for amount of views. Maybe it's just people popping in. But man, here's the thing. Vertical is cool for jamming videos. Hope you play some in the morning. Loud. Ha ha ha. Brad and Jam Live Sunday, episode 1. Yeah, that's what it's going to be. So tomorrow we'll do that. It's going to be a rare thing because normally I'm over here juggling the premiere that I do every morning and cooking breakfast and driving my kid to school and all the stuff that I'm juggling at the time. It's very rare that I get a moment like this where the house is quiet and I get to focus on what I'm doing and really like pay attention. A lot of times I'm having to get pulled. When I was working on the Velvet Hammer episode, I'd literally sit down and 2 minutes later I'd have to go do this, and then 2 minutes later I have to go do this, and then 5 minutes later I got to go do this. So it's hard to like produce all this stuff. It's hard to keep this train going, and I would love to see the momentum pick up faster. Bucky Critton, says, what are your favorite things to cook? I think, and maybe P-Funk's had one. I know I made one for Johnny D one time, a Henderson burger. I make big fucking, excuse my French, hamburgers. And I put a little seasoning on top of it and the proper condiments and all that. And that's probably my favorite thing to cook. It's simple. You could grill them. You could put them on the stove. You can. I like to put lots of condiments on it and pickles and lettuce and tomato and all that. I can make a good burger, man. I can make a good burger. Half pounders, Scott Petrie. Yes, at least a half pounder, bro. I don't make as big a hamburgers as I used. I used to make like pounders, dude. Erickson says ramen and tuna. Yeah, that's not something. But I did have to cook ramen the other day because Mia asked for some ramen, so I had to do that. Now I'm gonna drink this, dude, because this is really better for me than the Red Bull. And this is the magic elixir that fuels this channel, dude. I should get a Milo sponsorship. The jug is back, dude. I'm gonna be hitting the jug tonight because this is an epic 30K celebration, and yes, Milo's tea is always in our fridge. Right on, Scott Petrie. Here's the deal, man. The unsweet Milos. I just got back from the grocery store. They didn't have one jug of Milo's unsweet. I don't drink the sweet tea. I don't drink the sweet tea and lemonade. I need just the pure. Happy wrist. Thank you so much. On the way to 100K. Leanne, thank you so much. Thank you so much. And we're 2 out of 10 for the Velvet Hammer Takeover. The Velvet Hammer Takeover. So the Velvet Hammer will make an appearance, right? We've got 73 people in here. We've already determined that tomorrow morning, 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on a Sunday morning, kind of the breakfast fiesta with Bad Brad. So we'll see. I know I've got some donuts out there. I got some eggs. Maybe I'll whip up some, but probably what it's going to be is caffeinated morning. Yes. We had 4 in the other stream. Okay, so we're at 6. So we technically only need 4. Let's get those likes up. Yeah. Let's get the likes up. Let's keep this thing rolling. We're planning on, I'll keep this chat and everything rolling tonight as long as we can. Burger and milkshake and plenty of fries. Look, I'll tell you another thing. How many people out there like the malt vinegar with the fries? Malt vinegar, dude. What is it? What is it about that? I'm down. We got a place that we go and it's super low key and they've got awesome grilled burgers. And they got the fries that they're hand cut, and they got malt vinegar. Forget about it, dude. Forget about it. Thank you, Gecko Fish. Thank you. We are at 30K. Chris Alexander says nope. On fried fish, absolutely. You got to have Dave says yes. I've had that vinegar in Ireland. Malt vinegar is for fried fish. It is. It is beer bikes. But you end up using it on your fries too. And so that's the deal. That's the deal. Malt vinegar, bro. Malt vinegar. I like it on fries. I like it on fish. It just gives it a little more, has it on the crisps, aka fries. Yeah, you can have it on the crisps, bro. That's what they call them. Get the crisps over there. Have you a crisp. All right, we're gonna tweak the hair out, dude. It's 30K. We're gonna have this thing. I want some awesome questions tonight. We're gonna get this party going. We're gonna get our attitude. We're gonna dial our attitude up. Mustard plus fries and ketchup, of course. Well, here's the thing, man. I guarantee you one of the main ingredients in ketchup is vinegar. That's what makes, to my palate, that's what makes Heinz ketchup superior, is it has that vinegar taste to it. So this just adds more. Have malt vinegar, ketchup, boom. That's the deal. Hair tweaking, bro. No, ketchup sucks, Doris says. Vinegar and sugar, I've never had that. That's one I've never tried. Kill the germs. Yeah, hey, man, I believe in vinegar is good for you, bro. Vinegar is good. Chris Alexander said, oh, we got a bus. What is this bus thing that just showed up? What is that? Do you guys see that? What was that? I got a gift. Somebody bought a bus. Sent park the bus for 1,000 joules. Roy Harper, thank you. I don't know what that is. Virtual gift. Thank you, brother. Hey, guys, the first time people are sending virtual gifts. This is amazing. Dude, we just saw the bus pull up, bro. Thank you. Hey, that was pretty cool, dude. It's a magic bus, P-Funk, and we're all getting on a ride, bro. Magic bus, magic bus. And I'm not going to sing anything that is somebody else's song. It's a short bus, and we're moving down the street. And I pulled this out of the closet today. Nam yo ho renge kyo. Nam yo ho renge kyo. I'm Latino, so salsa picante over my F and C's. Hey, dude, I'm all about some salsa picante, bro. I'm all about it, dude. Look, my wife is a mild salsa person. I am a hot salsa person. I want my food to be spicy. I want some spice to it almost always. Yes, check it out, dude. I pulled this out of the closet. I hadn't played this in a while, and I will say this, man. This is actually I had gotten a great deal on this. This is a Ball Family Reserve Music Man. Look at the flame on that one. Look at the flame. Look, it's toasted. It's toasted maple, right? It's toasted maple and sick flame on this guitar, dude. And let me tell you something. Their necks are the best. This is the best, dude. This is the best neck I have on every single guitar. This is the best neck. There's the Music Man stuff. And dude, this guitar is so easy to play. I almost feel like I need to put heavier strings on it and raise the action, because my style, the way I play, I need to like fight the guitar. This thing is so easy to play. It's almost like I don't want to play it. But here's the other thing. I've kept this thing in like mint condition. So this is a stage guitar that I could take somewhere, and it's not beat up. It's got lots of mileage left in it. Let's see. Can we hear this thing? Let's see. How's the sound tonight? Thank you for the jewels, bro. So Roy sent the bus. Now we got the jewels. Thank you. Thank you, Roy. So that's this guitar, dude. It's got a killer sound. It's got locking tuners. It doesn't sound like a Strat. It's not really shaped like a Strat. It does have two cutaways, but this is did this come from a Leo design? Did Leo design the silhouette, or was this after? Was this after Leo Fender left Music Man? That would be the question. Does it have a kill switch? It does not, Bucky. It does not. It has a 5-way HSH, and these are all like super hot pickups, which is not something I normally prefer, right? But this thing plays unbelievable. It plays too easy for me. Should have had this pick guard in the 80s. It could have come in handy, man. Tell you what, dude, that is a killer axe, man. That's a killer axe. Yes, I'm glad the playing is back as well, man. Look, the crazy thing is, this is the setup that I had before. I just went back to my old setup. It's working now. It is what it is. We keep rolling. We keep this channel rolling. Look, we've had buses show up, and it's just YouTube, bro. There are certain, so we need a gig from home would be awesome. Well, this is kind of a gig, I guess. Bad Bread bringing the house with some stellar playing. Thank you, Taylor. Thank you, man. I think for me personally, I think I play a Strat better. Sounded like tubes. Well, tonight I'm using, it's one of the original patches in the Helix, but it's called Bringing Plexi Back. But I made my own version of it and tweaked the tone. And man, I think it's a killer sounding patch, dude. It's very vintage sounding, and it's better than what I normally use. When I do this live thing. I'm actually running a stereo patch in this room, but so you could hear it with some single coils. for tuning. Kids, always tune up before you play. It's pretty important there. And always tune up. Always tune up to the note. Never tune down. Always tune up to the note. If you tune down to it, go a little bit past it, and then pull it up. And if it's a little sharp, pull up with your finger on this side. That's pretty close, but I'm going to have to go back down again. Always tune up into the note. I'm going below the note, and then I'm tuning up to it. Okay? This is maybe the most important thing you'll hear in the channel. Always tune, bro. There's nothing worse than an out-of-tune guitar. Hearts getting floating hearts. Roy is the master of the gifts on here. He is the master of it, bro. He is the master of the gift. Bucky is asking an important question. It's a basic question, but he's asking, what does it mean to tune up? Well, the guitar has wire strings. These are steel strings, they're nickel strings. There's wound strings and there's unwound strings. They're constantly fluctuating. They're constantly, look, when the AC vent kicks in, the strings go sharp. When it's hot, as HOT, the strings go flat. And when you bend the strings and go nuts, they can go sharp or flat. They can go flat, but then if you go nuts on the whammy bar, they could go sharp. The guitar is in a constant state of fluctuation. Same with a horn player. Horns are always adjusting their valves. And the most important thing you could do is tune in silence on a gig. Tune silently, quickly, right? You know the band leader's getting ready to count off the next tune. Check your tuning. That way, when you come in, everybody's playing the same tuning, and your guitar's in tune. It's all physics. Exactly, P-Funk. So always, always... This is still a little out. And the other thing is, yeah, the A string is flat. The F, now that's flat. See, the guitar is in a constant state of fluctuation, man. And it's really important. Here's the other thing. If you are tracking on somebody's stuff, there's nothing worse. What you want to do is get the guitar to acclimate, get it to a point where it's staying in tune. And every time you go to do a take, make sure you tune the guitar, because what if you play the most amazing solo of your life, but one of the strings, the B string's flat, and whenever you play a note on that string, it sounds like ass? I don't know if you can even fix that stuff. I guess you could tune those notes, but you know, man, there's nothing worse than having the perfect take, but one of the strings is badly out of tune, and you have to redo it. And it was perfect. Now listen. Now it's in tune. So now is when, if I was going to record, now is when I would track. You can roll this back. is asking a question. Do hardtail guitars stay in tune better than tremolo? I would imagine they do, man. Tremolo's all, but here's the thing. I've got this tremolo decked. It can only really go down. So that's one way to do it. But then again, if you've got one that's floating and you've got it well oiled down here and stuff, you can use that thing, and you can get that Jeff Beck thing, or you can get that shimmer in your chords and stuff like this. Erickson saying, hook up the Synergy, bro. Here's the thing, Eric. If I plug that in and it changes everything, I'd have to almost start the whole stream, and I don't want to represent Synergy with just coming out of the XLR, although I've done videos that way. Gregory says, were you ever called on to play slide with your road gigs? Yes, I believe I probably did. Not with Gary Lewis. Maybe with Trick Pony. Yeah, I think I did have to play something pretty simple. But I didn't have to play any. What's the guy from that played with the Allman Brothers? Who was the young kid? Derek Trucks. I've never had to do that, and that would be beyond my capability. But in order to just go, just do some of those kind of simple stuff. Yes, Ocean Pilot. Yes, so you were here in the Nashville porch. Look, his channel's grown, man. We've got a set. We're down here in Florida, and here's the thing, man. I can't go lean on my old friends in Florida. I can't go and visit the studios and people that I knew there, and so I'm having to carry this whole channel on my own, man. And Roy, thank you so much. Or K-Dog, we want a fireworks show next week. Roy Harper, thank you. Sent flower for 30 joules. That's amazing. I don't even know what these gifts are. Chris Alexander says, I was there when you were in Nashville, Vegas. You've come a long way. Chris, man, it's been an amazing journey doing this. And I've learned a lot, and I've seen it grow. Look, man, I had a lot of people along the way, like X5 Podcast, dude. X5 Podcast, it gave me a chance to go be on another podcast. And remember when X5 Podcast would donate $499 on my first live chat, sitting on the back porch, at my mom's place, my mom's old, place in Florida. And I had no idea that was even possible on something. P-Funk was there. Dude, $500 super chats, dude. We're talking, it's insane. And I remember the first time it happened, I walked in and I told my wife, I think I just made $500. And she's like, what? And I was like, yeah. And and here's the thing, man. Apple took their chunk and YouTube took their chunk. But it didn't matter, man, because it was like the breadcrumbs to keep me going. Hey, I'm doing something here. It's like I have to remind my wife sometimes that, hey, man, I'm really like building something, and this might not be everything it could be right now, but it's really taking, it's doing something. Um, Bucky says, do you prefer brass or steel hardware on guitar? I think I'm probably steel, right? But some brass tremolos are cool, man. I do like the big '70s brass blocks and all that stuff. I do like that. I'm not so crazy about the brass nuts and all that stuff that people used to put on them. To quote a friend of mine, I don't hear a Jackson guitar on that song of yours. Is Windy City. Windy City sent me a track, and it's a great track, man. The song sounds great, but I was like, is this an AI song? And he says no, and he sent me a picture, and I see this Jackson guitar, but it was a country track. I'm like, well, dude, you didn't use the Jackson on it. Good to have you here, Windy City. Thank you for joining us. Mike P Funk says, Brad, it's almost like you should show the folks a little chest for 500. It's gonna be a long time before that happens. P Funk. Yeah, that was a funny thing, man. So I'll tell you, one time I went to a clothing store on Melrose. Somebody says, is Velvet Hammer coming over? Well, here's the thing, Chris Alexander. I think we had 6 of the live chat things before. I think we need one more, and we can have the Hammer drop in. We'll take a little short fiesta. So he says we're 7 out of 10. Gregory's keeping track. So we need 3 more. Yeah, there's no stripping at my age, man. I was kind of shocked for the members of the Velvet Hammer Club get a Rap Next show. Here we go. VH is on the way. That means we've got 2 more. 2 more, and the Velvet Hammer makes an appearance. Here's the thing, man. Strat bridge pickup, notoriously ice picking. Right? But look, I've got the tone control wired to the bridge pickup. So check it out. You can make it, roll it back. Now here's the ice pick. Too bright, right? I mean, you might want that for some stuff, but look, you could roll this back if you're playing live. That's almost. Hear how that rolling this tone control, hook your tone. If you're using a single coil pickup on a Strat in the bridge position, hook this up, dude. It's 1 wire to make that happen. But look, here's it with the treble all the way up. Very trebly, right? But you roll this back to about 7, about 6. So there you go, man. There is my Strat secret, right? Always. Erickson, no, I don't think these would be 500K pots. They're whatever the custom shop uses. I would imagine it's a super easy mod on a Strat. Dan is correct. It's literally connecting this pickup to this tone pot. It should be pretty much standard on every Strat, especially Strats with a single coil pickup. So I think we are where we at with the VH appearance. It tames the lion. It certainly does. 250K pots, and you wire the bridge pickup to the tone control there. It makes the Strat very usable for any style of music. I mean, I got it. That's pretty gained up. I could probably, here's the Tycho Brahe fuzz. Okay, so P-Funk's calling for this story. So I went down to Melrose. That's where you would get your rock clothes back in the day. Melrose used to be full of these boutiques, right? And so I go in this boutique on Melrose, and I think Johnny D was with me. But it was hilarious. We go in there, and I'm looking for one of those like cocktail shirts. Thank you, Roy Harper, sending another gold coins, dude. I don't even know what these gifts do, but dude, thank you. I think it definitely helps the channel. Thank you. So we go in this clothing store, and I'm looking for a shirt. And this is the kind of place where the guy tries to sell you flow state, dude. This is the kind of place where a guy tries to sell you a pirate shirt, right? So I go in this shop, and there's this guy. Let's just call him a rather flamboyant male gentleman, but he had an accent like this. You say, "Hey, you're a good-looking kid, and we got you a shirt. Now you're gonna want to show some chest. Yeah, you're gonna want to show some chest. So I get you this shirt right here." So that is the story. So he would go like, "You're gonna want to show some chest. Yeah, come over here." And yeah, so funk levels critical. All right, we are here. So here's the deal. Velvet Hammer's gonna have to make an appearance, but I'm gonna have to take a pause for the call. So stick around, and we'll have some Hammer coming up next.
In a universe where the groove is always under attack, one bass hero stands alone. From the netherworld and city streets, from galaxies afar, he never retreats. No matter where you are, when the groove gets lost, and the dancers lose their spark, the velvet hammers connect the light up. Velvet hammer, can I get a woo? Whoa, velvet hammer, bringing funk to you. From the club downtown to the stars above, he's got a bass full of rhythm and a heart full of funk. Velvet hammer, next star of the funk. Velvet hammer, thumping on the one. You'll groove with him and learn a thing along the way. Let's funkify this situation.
Woo! The Velvet Hammer. This is the Hammer, baby. And the Hammer has come to celebrate with you. Because everybody knows I'm the real reason why this channel got 30K. But that bad Brad little fool, he didn't have nothing. He ain't do nothing. Velvet Hammer's here to save the day. To entertain you fine folks. Drinking a delicious and nutritious beverage. Liquid Life, I think it says. I can't read, so I really don't know. Ooh, baby, Lord. Oh, Lord, have mercy. Let me just taste this on the road to 50,000. 50,000. We got our own theme song, but I got a theme song. Bad Brad ain't got no theme song. He's just a fool. 30,000 Hammer fans can't be wrong. Oh, that's delicious. That is delectable. Woo! That's what I'm trying to tell you. King of Chaos, thank you so much. Yeah, here's the deal. I had to come on here and save the show. The Velvet Hammer has come to bring a smooth funk flavor to you. The master of funk. the Caucasian sensation here for you on a Saturday night, delivering the delectableness, bringing the sensuousness, bringing the vibes and flavor for everybody here tonight. So here's the deal. Here's the deal. Velvet Hammer's opening the floor. We'll talk about, here's what I'd like to do. I think we could talk about my favorite funk groups, but here's the thing, Mike. Here's the thing. I'm here to save the show, and after all, this is the Bad Brad channel. You know, here we go. Windy City says, hey, Brad, are you familiar with the Red Giant? Well, this is the Velvet Hammer right here. So, and I don't know no Dave Simpson. I know Marge Simpson and Bart Simpson. Ladies, watch out. You can't change him. Don't even try. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Sunburst 58, thank you so much. You cannot change the hammer. You just have to accept the funk for what it is. Yes, indeed. Y'all asking me these questions. Is it true Velvet was one of the fabulous Freebirds? I don't know who the fabulous Freebirds is. Why would you be asking me a question like that? Oh, yeah, Chicago, Southside Lou is in the house. Lou, you're speaking to the Velvet Hammer right now. But I sure do appreciate you. And Brother Brad is very much appreciate you, Lou. Everybody give a shoot. So Bad Brad did a video about here he is. Here's this little gimp. This thing's gonna shed all over my burgundy velvet coat. But I'll let the little gimp in here. Who let the gimp in? The poor little gimp. Origins unknown, Bucky. I can't tell you where I'm from. It's from an intergalactic funk nation. I've come here to save the world. What do I drive? I don't drive, baby. I don't need to drive. I just funk on down the freeway. I glide. I don't need to ride. I just teleport wherever I need to go. Now this is a poor little guy. He is a poor thing, so I'll take care of him. I don't know. You are dreamy, Rhonda says. Well, thank you very much, Honey Lips. I appreciate that. I appreciate you saying that. Southside Lou, I'm thankful to have Southside Lou, because I know Bad Brad did an episode with Southside Lou, and it did pretty good for the channel. So I'm gonna give it really one of the stars of the show is Southside Lou. Everybody knows this. But here's the thing. I got this little cretin, this little creature. You are a creature. Yes, you are one of God's creatures. Yeah, and you actually kind of a handsome little thing. You actually he said, I heard you in here carrying on, and I just had to come sit with the hammer. He has a glide in his slide and a dip in his hip, and you know that's why we get on this smooth, funky ship. You see what I'm saying? It's baby boy Ace, yes. Paula says, what is Paula saying here? Please let your wife get a companion puppy for Acey Poo. Paula, that's a great suggestion. But here's the thing. This thing is a lot of work. I think Bad Brad's got his hands full taking care of these little cretins. Did you send Brad out to pick up a pizza? I sent that little fool to go wash my car and hang up my drawers. That's what I did. Yes, indeed. Hey, this is the Velvet Hammer Show. Well, thank you for tuning in. I'm glad that he was able to warm up this channel and get the 30K so I could just come over and whenever I feel like it, take over. Because that's, y'all know, this is really my show. It's not Bad Brad's show. This is Ace will be able to party with us, but I'm going to have a little bit of this liquid. That is delicious. That is absolutely delicious. Yes, indeed. Get a cat and they can chase each other. Why must I be like that? Why must P-Funk chase the cat? That's what I've been trying to figure out my whole life. Why must I be like that? 391 subs per 83 shows equals 30K subs. 361. Yeah, right around 361, and now we are 30K. How about that? Where were you born with a bass? Yes, Scott Petrie. Of course, I was born with a bass. And before I had a bass, I had a beatbox. I was in the stomach practicing my paradiddles. You know what I'm saying? Saturday pizza and rock and roll. That's what I'm trying to tell you. But the Velvet Hammer's very thankful to have everybody here tonight. And I want to send a salute to Bad Brad for 30K. And I've been shopping down on Melrose. Not lately. I've had this since the 70s. Good Lord, I'm a veteran. The Velvet Hammer is a veteran of the funk. You'll be, if you get to see my lovely animated series, it's going to probably take over this channel. It probably won't even be it'll be the Velvet Hammer and occasionally Bad Brad channel. Probably what end up happening once everybody realizes how amazing the Velvet Hammer is. That's what will happen. Yes, Elvis and you rock in the velvet purple. Thank you so much, Clemson. I really appreciate the USS Bootsy Collins is docked, baby. Dave says he got some velvet coats and you need to break them out. We should all be in velvet coats. Gregory, is the story true about how Bootsy blessed your bass? Well, I'll never tell. I'll never tell. There's all kinds of myths. There's all kinds of things. The accent is so mysterious, Velvet Hammer. Rhonda, this accent is cultivated from years on the bandstand. I'm just repeating the accents that I heard people telling me, hey, I need you to play this song with a groove that's so nasty that everybody in the crowd is going to get up and dance. And now that a lot of those gentlemen are no longer with us, those voices, those spirits, the spirits of funk have inhabited the Velvet Hammer, here to give a testimony of funk to the world. Because it is the funk, my friends, that can save everything. It is the groove that can save the world. If everyone would just catch a groove and ride it into eternity, like that perpetual dance groove I hear in my head all night long. I hear 80 beats per minute. That's what I hear in my head. We gotta have that funk. We gotta have that slow funk, that percolating funk. That's what the world needs. That's what I'm trying to tell you. I'm a very humble man. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. But here's the thing, man. The Velvet Hammer can't be sitting here all night with you, because I got things stewing in my brain. And that's the deal. But everybody, please, thank you so much for having the Velvet Hammer do a drop-in tonight. I'm going to let that fool come back. He finished polishing up my car. I'm going to let that fool come in here and continue to entertain you on this marathon experience tonight. Thank you, everybody. Peace and funk. Funkify your situation, honey lips. Night Blues, right? All right, somebody give me a first line give me a first line for a blues song, and I'll sing it. Give me a first line. I'm waiting. There we go, Mike. My car was just total, y'all, and my wife done left me. My car was total, baby, and my wife done left me. Now I hope, Mike H, I hope that's, you're just giving me song lyrics there, bro. I hope Mike H is all right, man. Man, I'm sorry to hear that. Mike H is one of our moderators, man, and we love him to death. And, man, I'm really sorry to hear about your car, bro. I'm really sorry to hear about that, man. Mike's had a tough go of it lately, man. He had a cracked rib or something, or a broken rib. He's been still playing his gigs. His car's gotten smashed. Windy City says he's blowing the harmonica with me. All right. Well, it's Saturday night, baby, and I got to get on by. Well, it's Saturday night, baby, and I got to slide on by. Come Sunday morning, baby, I'm crawling out the window and saying goodbye. It's Saturday night when we got 30K, baby, and we're having some fun tonight. It's Saturday night, baby, and we're gonna have some fun tonight. Come Sunday morning, and everything's gonna be alright. That's somebody. Chris asked me earlier about playing. Like, do I think about scales or do I think about playing playing chord tones? The answer is it's both. It's both. So when I play, if I'm playing a blues, then I'm always trying to think about which chord I'm playing over, right? So if I'm playing over A major and I'm playing this 13-9, A flat 7, 13-9. If I'm playing that, hear how that works with that? That major third. That's all based with that starting on that major third, right? But when you go to the 4 chord, you're going to want to hit that minor third of A because it is the flat 7 of D. I'm tuned down a whole step, but you get my point. So the very simple between those 2 chords right there. If you just nailed that, then if you just nailed the major, and then to the, and then back to major, right? If you just nail that, literally one note, the difference between major third of A and then minor third of A. Because when you get to that 4 chord, that D7, you get to that, you can't play this note anymore. And here's the thing that a lot of like beginning blues guitar players do is they come out. They play over. They play that note over it. And you probably shouldn't, man. You probably shouldn't do that. Think about that major third and that and then going to that. And it is, someone's saying modal interchange. It is essentially if I'm on this 1 chord. Mixolydian scale right there, right? Mixolydian. And then and the reason why that's G major scale over this D7. Of course, I'm tuned down a whole step, so deal with it. But so that's over this. Actually. I'm wrong. It's not a G major scale. It is what I was thinking of. What I was saying over that 4 chord. G major scale over that 4 chord. So it's like A minor. Right? Sometimes I get confused on this stuff, dude. We're talking 38 years ago I was studying. For the A, play A mixolydian. A mixolydian. That's how I think about it now. I don't think about whatever major scale that is. I'm thinking about that. Then when I go to this, then I'm thinking minor. Thinking A minor over the 4 chord. So when you're playing your blues, that's when you play your minor pentatonic stuff. So it works with it. Right? That stuff, all of that stuff. Those 2, just that alone is going to elevate your blues stuff, you know? Shane is asking, what do all those Lydians mean? Never understood all of it. All I know is, dude, it's names. Mixolydian, Lydian. They're just names to me. And now that it's been 38 years since I was in school, I just picture like these shapes and these scales that I've been, depending on what chord I'm playing, I just see it and I do it. And I know whether I'm playing the third, major third or the minor third over a chord. I see chord shapes. If you said G major 7 right here, I think of that. I think of it here. I think of there. Now, if you wanted to play something cool over that chord, play a major 7 arpeggio, whole step down. Hear that over that? So when you think of, people will say play a lick. I mean, that's a lick, right? But to me, it's not like something that I just learned to lick and here's a cool lick. It's G major 7. Technically it'd be F because I'm tuned down a whole step. And then I see the third of A up here. So I resolve. Tension. Hear that? And then I just descend in a bad Brad blues descend. So woo! Lord of Ness says he's a master of it. That's good. Brad, I just taste the colors in my mind. Well, that's the thing, man. I just got to a point where I don't think about it. I just have certain sounds that I want to hear. And I try not to think about it. But, if a song is got a ton of changes, I tend to like to have that written out in front of me. So do you know Catfish Blues by Jimi Hendrix? I don't, Windy City. And I don't do covers on the channel. We're keeping this thing going. It's been an epic. Dude, this has been an epic live. Sounds like the major scale started and finished on a different note. I can't make it work for me. Thank you, Stereo. Uses that chord all the time. Bob Baker says, hey Brad, you ever see the Zeros with Sammy Sirius? I actually never did go to a club and see it, but man, when I was out in LA, the Zeros were huge. They painted the whiskey purple for the Zeros. And they were a huge band, man. They were a huge band. Have artists made or lost money since all of this copyright stuff? Well, man, I don't know, Robert, because if I get a copyright strike on a video for playing somebody's song, it says that I'm sharing the royalties or whatever. But here's the thing, man. It seems like if I play somebody else's song, it ends up like getting like they take the majority of the money. Um, what's his name? Mike Holmes says how to make the explosion sounds. And Mike H, you know how to do all that stuff, dude. Mike H could show me how to do all that. The explosion thing that he does is he just gets the I believe if it's what I think you're mentioning. There's a lot of gain. There's a lot of volume. Right? That kind of stuff. Mike knows how to do all that, man. So here's the deal, man. People talked about tuning, right? You've got a special you've got a Strat here with standard tremolo. This thing's all out of tune. Way sharp below E string. So Hendrix would have to deal with that stuff back in the day. And that's why Hendrix had tuning issues, because he was exploring all that stuff. Thank you, Cheap. Thank you. That's why Hendrix had those problems, man. That's why tuning was a major thing. This thing's pretty far out of tune now. Especially everything went sharp from the tremolo use. Now I could probably have some work done on this, oil the nut. I could get it to where this thing would stay in tune better. But you figure back in the day, Hendrix couldn't just talk to the audience and tune like I'm doing right now. I could be on stage between songs and realizing, man, that the A string went way sharp. It went way sharp. And the D is still sharp, even though I lowered it a bunch just by ear. Now see, we could be back up and running on stage. So now it's back. But Hendrix didn't have the ability to kill his signal, talk to the audience, and tune up. You know, this is tuned down a whole step, which I think gives the Strat a really cool sound. Edward Van Halen tuned down a half step. Now, look, we've been going for, I don't know, about 2 hours. If the moderators get tired tonight, I understand. You guys let me know. Let me know if you we need to shut it down. Let me know, guys. I'm going to take a 2-minute break, and maybe about 1 minute. Rejuvenated and refreshed. Woo! Mad Max is saying, what tuner? Just use your ears. Look, man, everybody's ears are different. We're back in the saddle. Did anyone else slow down buying music since they started crying about copyright? I mean, here's the thing, man. I don't even have time to listen to music half the time, right? Half the time I just keep going. But here's the deal, man. Dan is saying, too bad we have to boycott Fender. There ain't no boycotting here. I play whatever the hell I want. But I wanted to make one last point in this video. So, you know, Hendrix had the Strat with the single coil pickups. And it was a huge thing for Edward Van Halen to take essentially something like this and still use the standard tremolo, but put a humbucker in there and put one volume knob. If you take this, like, that's all the gain you got. But you take, you know, a humbucker and throw it in front of that same sounding rig. And this is probably got to tune this thing up. Probably got to tune this. But you take, yeah, this is tuned up. This is in E flat. This is E flat. Now we're going to tune this up. Always tune upwards. Bring it down and bring it back up to pitch. Bring it back. This is the Fender Godzilla Stratocaster, but it has a humbucker in the bridge. It has the Godzilla humbucker. Now it might take a minute for this to settle in. Go to the first string again. It's still a little sharp. We'll bring it back up. Pull that B back up. They're all a little bit sharp, but I might just let that ride. Let that ride. If it's tuned to itself, let's see. Now hear how much more gain. It's more of a Van Halen. I took a Strat. This still has vintage tuners. This still has essentially a vintage bridge. But you put that humbucker in the guitar. That's only thing different with the signal change right now. Thank you so much, Rhonda. You switch to that, and all of a sudden it's like you went instantly from Jimi Hendrix to Van Halen, and it's that simple. Now, Edward Van Halen had his things that he did to get his tone, but and then of course, this has Godzilla in it, which I've got it at the lowest setting. Let's give you a better view of that. Robert, thank you. I did miff one there. I miffed one. Holy moly! Erickson just said that these guitars are going for that much money. Yeah, so Mad Max is saying the guitar has a dB boost. No, it is an actual distortion circuit. It has the Godzilla distortion circuit built in. Yeah, Mike Holmes is saying that was a Eric Johnson lick. That's just me trying to imitate Eric Johnson. I could never figure out anybody's stuff. So I did this. That was my way of imitating Eric Johnson, but he did and then so he would do it from G. I can't do it. I can't do it. All I can play is my stuff. So my lick is like minor third. I'm going up a scale and moving the bass line. He does arpeggios. That's kind of what he does. So I know what he's doing. I don't practice it that much. So that's C major. D minor, E minor, F major, G major, A minor, B diminished. And then I'm just walking up a C scale. Thank you, Paula. Thank you. Gold coin. Now this dude, this is Fender Japan, dude. This is like the peak. Do I know any Alex Skolnick solos? Not PG. I've never learned any Alex Skolnick. I've never even really listened to it. That's a good question, Mike Holmes. He wonders what Hendrix would be doing at 71. If he was still in good shape and still able to play, he would be amazed. He would be amazed at all the stuff they have now. This thing, dude, the neck on this thing is flawless, dude. This thing is flawless, and it's super versatile because I can take. You just go back to my basic. These are the Godzilla humbuckers, and the last time Bud gave me the information, I believe the neck pickup is ceramic and the bridge pickup is Alnico 3. These were designed for this guitar. But so you got that, right? But all you got to do is kick Godzilla in. I got it in the low acidic. No, this is a new one, PG. This is a new guitar, bro. Yeah, there's a 9-volt battery. 9-volt battery powering the distortion circuit. Right there. So, cool thing about this guitar is let's say you gotta go play a rock gig. You gotta go sit in on somebody's rig. And it's like, he plays like a JCM 800 and he doesn't have a lot of pedals. Like, it's a guy that's, kind of just old school dude. You could plug into his rig, not have to futz with any pedals or whatever, and you've got a built-in boost. I would like to see Fender explore that a little more. if you got a 3 single coil Stratocaster, right? And we know that people use tube screamers, right? People use tube screamers, and tube screamers are popular with a Strat. Why not? Why not have a tube screamer Strat, or have a Strat with a built-in tube screamer type thing in it? I think that would be a cool thing, man. I think having a overdrive circuit into a guitar. I mean, you can hear how it works, dude. It takes you from crunch into stays in tune pretty good. I mean, it goes a little sharp, but I haven't futzed with this guitar at all. I don't, if I'm going to go crazy on a Strat with non-locking tuners and stuff like that, I do it at the end of the night. It's one of those end of the gig thing or right before you're about to pass off the guitar. Look, this thing stayed. It's pretty close, man. It's pretty close. So now here's the thing, man. It's chunkier without the circuit, but with the circuit, it cuts. It looks like a graphite nut, but I don't know if it is. I don't know if it is. It's black. I'm glad to have Michelle here. Yeah, man, having that built-in circuit just makes the harmonics just go. It just makes it pop, man. Well, here's the thing, PG. When you buy these Japanese guitars, these Japanese Fenders, dude, they're flawless. They're flawless. They're flawless. And this is why I want people to give Bud Cole a chance, because this guitar exists because of Bud Cole. The craftsmanship on this, he oversaw Fender Japan resurrect itself from his basement. And he's passionate about guitars. But dude, if he could bring some of this flavor, to the U.S. factory, dude. I think, dude, here's the thing. This guitar, people are saying these are going for outrageous prices. Their work ethic, their attention to detail, that's all the stuff. And look, he made sure that these things were held to stringent standards. So the man, and here's the thing, it's like they can't make enough of them to import these into the U.S. That's kind of the, why are your eyes glassy, LOL. Well, for one, it's 9:13. This guitar is killer though, dude. This guitar is killer. And that's without the it still sounds great without the circuit. The circuit's not in there. Look, man, this has been an amazing night. I'm not going to beat up my moderators all night. I want to thank everybody for being here tonight. It's been an epic 30K celebration. We got to play the Godzilla a little bit. We got to have a few beverages. We got to hang. And here's the deal, man. Tomorrow morning, 8 a.m., join me for breakfast. Join me for a little caffeine in the morning. We're having fun. We had an amazing 30K celebration. You guys are absolutely amazing. And here's the deal, man. We're gonna do this again tomorrow morning. Let's see how we feel in the morning. You guys are amazing. Thank you, everybody. All the super chats, all that. I finally dropped the pick. Woo! Thank you, everybody. You guys have been amazing. Yes, indeed. We'll see you in the morning, 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for Coffee with Bad Brad. How are you catching those? Jay, I'm just catching them, bro. I'm just catching them. That's just what I do. That's just what I do. Thank you, everybody. Have an amazing evening.